Hi guys, welcome back to 100% Mags. So I hope you're all staying safe and well out there. And of course, Newcastle United heading into this game on Sunday, 2 o'clock kickoff at St James's Park, live on Sky Sports as we take on Tottenham in the Premier League. Of course, it's fourth versus fifth. Newcastle in fourth place, Tottenham in fifth place, and it is a battle for who will get Champions League football next season. Now, going into this game, Tottenham came away from their game just gone on the end of a 3-2 defeat to Bournemouth, opening the scoring in the game. Tottenham did. Then, of course, coming back to 2-2, only to then lose on the dying minutes of the game to Bournemouth, with Quintera scoring the goal for Bournemouth in the game. Of course, we're coming into this one as well on the back of a trio of games on the road, which unfortunately ended in a 3-0 defeat to Aston Villa down at Villa Park. But we have had a fantastic run before that, of course, where we took on Man United, West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Wolves as well. But that last game there against Aston Villa wasn't the best game we've played this season, and we need to rectify that in this game on Sunday against Tottenham. Now, looking at it, of course, if we get the win against Tottenham this season at St James's Park in this game on Sunday, this will be the first time that we have gotten a PL double over Tottenham at St James's Park and in the Premier League since the 15-16 season. Of course, following on from our win that we got against them earlier in the season when it was the 2-1 win down in North London. The closing game, of course, of the 15-16 season seen we win 5-1 against Tottenham, of course, before we went down into the Championship. It was our last home win over them. Now, there will be a test going to be taking place during the second half of the game on Sunday as well. For anybody that is in attendance at the game, and everybody around the country will also be getting this as well. It's going to be an emergency test, so if you don't want to be disturbed by this, not that you probably will, to be honest, it's St James's Park because the cell signal is pretty bad inside the stadium. But if you don't want to be affected by this, just go into your settings, go into your notifications, and you can turn off the emergency alert inside there if you don't want to be bothered by it. And then afterwards, of course, just knock it back on if you do want to have it on. But at the end of the day, if you don't want to be bothered by it, then just do that. It's quite a simple fix to get rid of that, so you don't get disturbed by it. But moving on from that, we'll talk about, of course, the Tottenham team going into this game, and then we will talk about our team, Newcastle United. Now, Tottenham going into this are going to be without Lucas Moura. He is suspended, while Bentancur, of course, and Legent, Emerson Royal, Ryan Sessegnon, and Basoma are out injured. Ben Davies is doubtful for the game, so we'll have to see on that one what happens. And of course, a win, a draw, and a defeat for the interim boss, Christian Stellini of Tottenham, in his first 3 games in charge following the departure of Antonio Conte. And of course, on the road in the Premier League this season, Spurs have won 5, drew 5, and lost 5. They failed to win any of their last 6 away from home in all competitions, 4 in the Premier League only. So that bodes really well for us. Coming into this game, we just need to show what was showed in the games previous to the Villa game. If we can show that same mentality, that same passion that we were shown in them games, then I think we will come away with the win in this game on Sunday. If we show what was showed in the game against Villa, I do have me doubts. We weren't the best in that game. That's probably by far, in my opinion, one of the worst games we played this season. We definitely need to improve on what that was, and not do that again, because that was a really bad game for we. The referee, of course, didn't help matters, but you can't look past the fact that we just weren't there. We just weren't hitting the right numbers. We weren't hitting the right passes, and players just looked to be very, very tired. But that's going to happen, when you've got to play so many games away from home. This is our first game back at home now. So, there's no excuse to not put in a really good performance with the massive support that War Flags and the rest of the fan base are going to put behind the lads on Sunday. Looking at our team going into the game, Maxi remains out. He's still doing some fitness training out in Monaco with a couple of fitness coaches that have went across there with him to France. And of course, in footage of Wednesday's training sessions, we did see the confirmation that Miggy was involved, not showing any reactions really after his return from injury against Villa. We're also seen as well Sean Longstaff getting back into it, enjoying the training sessions as well after a bout of tonsillitis. And of course, following on from his under-21s debut on Monday, fullback Harrison Ashby looks like he might be involved in this game on Sunday, at least on the bench, as he was involved in the training with the senior squad on Wednesday. And the referee for the game on Sunday will be none other than David Coote. Now, we know what David Coote is, and we all know he is a very dodgy ref. The ref from the League Cup final, Man United lover David Coote, and hopefully, he officiates this game much better than he did the League Cup final, because his officiating in that game was absolutely dreadful. On VAR, it will be Neil Swarbrick for VAR, and of course, in the past 5 times we have played Tottenham at St James's Park, there is 4 losses in there and 1 draw. And of course, if you extend that to 6 last games we've played against Tottenham, then you will of course have that 15-16 game in there where we won 5-1 against them. Ginny Wijnaldum bagging himself a double, Mitro scoring in it, Daryl Yamat scoring in it, and Rolando Aarons scoring in it as well. But the most recent game at St James's Park was the 21-22 season, where we lost 3-2 to Tottenham. Wilson scored in the game, and there was an own goal by Eric Dier in the game as well. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Like I say, this is a massive game. This is a game where we must get the 3 points if we want to continue thinking of Champions League football next season, and we deserve Champions League football next season if we're being truthful here, for the way we've been playing, with by far being one of the outstanding teams of this season. There's only really 3 teams that I can think of that have been absolutely consistent throughout this season, and it is Arsenal, Man City and ourselves, because we have been going at it from the beginning right the way through, and we've had a couple of little blips here and there where we haven't really hit the ground running in the games, like the Villa game, but we've done fantastic in all of the other games, so we deserve to get Champions League football. If you agree with us, hit that like button. That would be absolutely fantastic, because it does support the channel moving forward. If you can as well, please subscribe, as I'm trying to get to 2k subscribers, and we've been stuck at about 1.5k for quite well now. So if we can get that up to 2k subscribers, that would be absolutely massive. And also, if you want to support the channel in other means by donating, please hit the super thanks down below. Any donations are welcome. And of course, my score prediction for the game on Sunday is Newcastle to come away 2-1 winners. I think Tottenham will get a goal, but I don't think they'll have enough in the tank to take what on and beat what on our home soil. And I think we will come away 2-1 winners in the game. Till next time, I'll see you all later, and I'll see you in the next one. Farewell, lads.